you ready?
It's time for Adams Cable High School basketball. And today from the Western Wayne Gym here in Varden, we feature the Carbondale Area Chargers and the Western Wayne Wildcats. All brought to you today by Adams Cable Service, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, by Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street Childs, by the Waymart Deli, Tonkin Auto Supply, your local Napa Auto Parts store, the Govern Insurance Agency, NJS Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield, by the Waymart Building Center, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, the White's Crossing Sports Shop, and your starting lineups are presented today by the Roselle Department Store. With Glenn Muskowski, Nick Homick, and our producer tonight, Anthony Cook, I'm Steve Young. Great to have you with us for Western Wayne and Carbondale Area here in Varden. Carbondale Area Chargers overall at 3-4, coming off a loss in overtime to Mid-Valley. They're coached by Landon Gabriel, and of course the Western Wayne Wildcats overall with a record of 4 wins and 3 losses, coming off of a loss to Wyoming Area on December 28th, and their new head coach, Al Semenza.
Well, it's nice to bring Al Semenza back on the big stage again. I have one question. I want to know why. But anyway, I'm sure he missed it.
I know why. There's a passion for the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
A love of the game. He loves teaching, and that's what it's all about. If you're doing something you love, you don't walk away from it.
It's a haul, though. It's a haul from Old Forge up here, so he's got a little bit of thinking to do going into some of these trips, I'm sure.
No doubt
I'm glad
about it.
to see him back. I see he's on crutches, though, Steve.
Yeah, I think he suffered a calf injury, so he's on crutches tonight, but Andrew Benny will be standing up, walking that sideline for the Old Forge Blue Devils.
Andrew's a former Riverside coach. With Mike Morgan back, Andrew just didn't get the job this year, so he found his way up here, too. So they're in good hands with those two guys.
They definitely are. So in the JV game, it was a good one. Western Wayne knocked off Carbondale 36-32, and we will go to a break and come back with more pregame highlights on today's game between the Wildcats of Western Wayne and the Carbondale Area Chargers after this timeout on Adams Cable High School basketball.
There's some cool new stuff out there. Cars that drive themselves, phones that talk to us.
There's a cafe behind you.
And now TV everywhere. That's right, lucky Adams Cable Service customer. Now you can watch channels from your TV package just about anywhere on just about any device. Catch your favorites in the waiting room, coffee shop, break room, the airport, wherever. TV everywhere. It's a cool extra service for no extra cost. Visit adamscable.com and sign up today.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7. The Gabriel family and the staff at Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated of Carbondale send best wishes to our local athletes and teams for a successful season. In your time of need, call 282-1219 for the ultimate in professional service from Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street, Carbondale. The Waymart Building Center carries quality materials for every job, including new home construction, remodeling, or that simple weekend project. The Waymart Building Center will supply everything to make your job easy, including plumbing and electrical supplies, hardware, tools, and paint. Remember, you don't have to drive far to find building or remodeling supplies. Stop by and see Chuck at your hometown building center, the Waymart Building Center. Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale. The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. They carry a full line of archery accessories, hunting and reloading supplies, live bait, and a variety of fishing tackle. The White's Crossing Sports Shop is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Call 282-4699 or log on to their website at whitescrossing.com. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
Welcome back to the Varden Garden for high school basketball with Glenn Muskowski and Nick Homick, producer Anthony Cook. I'm Steve Young. Great to have you with us tonight. Folks, the Waymart Deli is a proud supporter of the Western Wayne Wildcats. Go to their website at waymartdeli.com or call 488-5970 and place your order from the many taste-tempting selections on their menu. Featuring delicious sandwiches, homemade soup, deli salads, and of course the famous Waymart Deli hot and cold subs. From your friends at the Waymart Deli, good luck to the Western Wayne Wildcats, and keep in mind the Waymart Deli has catering services available for any special occasion. Happy New Year from Dennis and Colleen Boguski at the Waymart Deli. Well, Glenn, we have a good matchup, Carbondale Area and Western Wayne. We're about a little over a minute away. Your thoughts on today's game?
Well, again, Carbondale has to come out ready to play, and they're going to see some stuff, some changes in offense, changes in defense by All Forge, and they're going to put some pressure on them. So they're going to have to be ready. They're going to have to forget about the game from the other day. That's gone by the boards, and work on today's game and from here on the future. So it should be a good one, though.
And now your starting lineups for today's game, presented by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, your school uniform headquarters for Carbondale Area, Lakeland, Forest City, LaSalle Academy, Holy Cross, Valley View, and Mid-Valley. In addition to prompt laundry and dry cleaning services, stop in and save up to 40% at the annual winter clearance sale now underway at Roselle. Going to a formal affair or special occasion? Let the experience of Sam Kalura work for you in a perfectly tailored tuxedo by Sarno & Son. For unsurpassed quality, style, and value, depend on Roselle Department Store in Carbondale, where Sam and the staff wish you a Happy New Year and are proud to present your starting lineups for today's game between Western Wayne and Carbondale Area. And now for the Carbondale Area Chargers, with an overall record of 3 wins and 4 losses. They are averaging 53 points a ball game while allowing 52. Bailey Rumford will line up at guard. He is a 5'7" junior. Pat Durkin at forward, a 5'10" sophomore, averaging 6 a ball game. Evan Deary is a 5'11" senior guard, averaging 10 a ball game. Giovanni Mustica, who has really been playing well under the boards, lines up at center, a 6'5" senior, averaging 9 points a ball game. And Bobby Selitsky, 5'11" junior guard, lines up at guard. He is averaging 7 points a ball game. Expect James Henderson, a 5'11" senior guard, averaging just about 4 per ball game in the lineup, along with Mike Cesara, a 5'10" sophomore guard. Andrew Monarchuk, a 5'11" junior guard, who is averaging almost 7 a ball game. And Anthony Bucklaw in a reserve role at 5'11", and he is a junior forward. As the Carbondale Area Chargers are being introduced to the fans here at the Western Wayne Gym, we'll take a look at the Western Wayne Wildcats starting lineup. At forward, it is the 6'3" senior Luke Pike, averaging 8 points a ball game. Scott Walk lines up at forward, a 6' senior, averaging 4 a ball game. Kobe Salter at guard, a 5'9" sophomore, averaging 4 a ball game. Zach Rubinsky lines up at forward. He's a freshman at 6'2", putting up 12 a ball game. Dalton Frisbee at guard. He's a 5'10 sophomore, averaging in double figures with 14 points a ball game. And Robert Carey is coming off the bench for Western Wayne in a reserve role, a 6'3 sophomore forward, along with Danny Boots, a junior at 5'10. And those are your starting lineups, brought to you today by Roselle Department Store in Carbondale. So the stage is set for today's ball game here at the Varden Garden, as they call it. Good to come over here, Glenn, for a change.
we don't get over here as much maybe as we should, because that's schedules.
Well, now that we
scheduling.
are a little bit more advanced in the technology end, we have some more opportunities to go different places, so makes it a little bit easier. And speaking of the technology, I have to thank Brian Seaman, Director of Technology. He was here before the game, got us on. Brian, if you're listening on 7, thank you very much for all of your help. We really appreciate it. And, of course, Don Sutton in the IT department. Thank you very much, Don, when we were here a couple of weeks ago checking things out. And now, here at the Western Wayne Gym, to honor America, our national anthem. Time for basketball here at Western Wayne. Carbondale Area Chargers and the Western Wayne Wildcats. Glad you could join us tonight for all of the action here on Channel 7. Well, the Western Wayne Wildcats got off to a good start, winning their first 2 ball games over Mountain View and Lakeland. Then they lost to Marion Catholic. They got back on the winning track with wins over Mountain View and Forest City. They won the Forest City Rotary Tournament, and they are coming off of a loss to Wyoming Area, 46-32. Carbondale Area with 2 wins in a row. They lost to West Scranton, Wyoming Area, and Valley View on a 3-game losing streak. Knocked off Lakeland in overtime in the Toronis Tournament, and then lost in overtime to Mid-Valley. So here we go with the opening tip-off. Zach Rovinski at the center court circle along with Giovanni Mustica, and we are underway as Carbondale will control the tip.
In his zone.
And it will be...
Got to move the basketball.
Pat Durkin will swing it to the near side, and they go to Giovanni Mustica posting up. And Rumford will give it up. And around the circle they go. And up with the shot, it wouldn't fall. Carbondale Area misfires, and coming the other way, it will be Dalton Frisbee, the 5'10 sophomore guard who's in double figures, to set it up for the Wildcats.
All right, Carbondale's in there man-to-man.
And good movement by the Wildcat offense. They'll go baseline, and the shot is off the mark by Scott Walk. And Carbondale will bring it the other way. Off the left side, Deary will pop it. This won't fall, and Walk collects the carom for Western Wayne. 1 minute gone by, first quarter.
Good.
And Deary almost came up with a steal.
Yeah. That was good anticipation on Evans' part that time. He didn't quite get a handle on it, but he was there. It went off to Western Wayne.
And Carbondale will have the possession as Selitsky will set it up. Mustica, left side, Durkin. Some good defense played by Western Wayne right now, and they're all white uniforms with black numerals and black trim. And Deary on a drive lays it up. Basket is good, and the foul. And on the far side, the Western Wayne bench wanted a
well, things
offensive
haven't
foul. Andrew Benny, the assistant coach for Al Semenza.
Foul is on Wildcat number 21, Scott Walk.
Scott Walk whistled for the personal, as you can hear on the PA system here at Western Wayne. And Evan Deary is on the stripe, a 67% free throw shooter, converting on 8 of 12 attempts this year. Short, Walk. Let's check this. Walk clears the boards. Good rebounder. Now,
good athlete, just quarterback.
Yes, he was. Wildcats setting it up as they trail 2-0. Good movement. They'll work it around, losing it, and Carbondale Area comes up with the loose ball. Mustika has it. Durkin with an outlet pass to Solitsky, and Carbondale will go to work with a 2-0 advantage.
Got to move the basketball. I think we need to put a guy in a high post, high and low. That should open it up a little bit.
Carbondale Area running their offense. Deary guarded by Frisbee. That's a good matchup. Real good defense by Western Wayne.
Well, you're dribbling against the zone too. Where you're going. If you're going to dribble against the zone, you have to penetrate with it.
And they go on the right side to Durkin. He wants to drive the baseline, hemmed in. They get it back outside. Deary with an open look.
Short arm.
Didn't get it. 2-0 Carbondale with 5.5 to play here in the first quarter.
Short armed his first two shots. You got to follow through just a little bit better.
And the Wildcats with Rovinsky giving it up to Luke Pike. And from the top of the key, outside shot is off the mark by Rovinsky. And Carbondale has it and will bring the ball the length of the court. 5:15 remaining first quarter. It's a 2-0 Carbondale lead. By the way, that last personal foul on Western Wayne was on Scott Walk. And the Carbondale Area Chargers go to work, setting it up. Slitsky goes to Rumford off the drive. Didn't get the layup. It was rolling around. Slitsky with the putback and a foul underneath the hoop.
That's you got to start rebound. You got to crash the boards here against Western Wayne. You can depending on where the ball is and position of the shot, they could be out and you could just slip in behind them with the zone. So you got to go hit those boards.
Free throw by Solitsky gives Carbondale a 3-0 lead. He is a 67% free throw shooter. Carbondale as a team shooting at 51%, converting on 39 of 77. Second shot off the back iron, no good. Frisbee has it for the Wildcats. And with Carbondale leading 3-0, Western Wayne will go to work offensively. Off the drive, Frisbee misfires, and the tip-up is good.
I don't think he's smiling. I don't think he realized he knocked it in. That was Luke Pike.
Luke Pike, 6'3", tipped it in, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
Right place at the right time.
And Carbondale Area in their half-court set. With a left-hand dribble, Chargers will work it around the perimeter. Rumford thought about a three, couldn't pull the trigger. Underneath they go to Solitsky for a great shot. Give Durkin the assist.
That's good ball movement by Carbondale. And they have to continue to do that against the zone.
5-2 the Chargers as we near 4 minutes to play first quarter. Here in Varden. Thanks for joining us tonight for Adams Cable High School basketball. Rovinsky with an outside look off the mark. And the rebound goes to Mustika. Carbondale across midcourt with the basketball. Rumford setting it up. Mustika gives it up. Rumford goes near side. 3:39 on the clock, first quarter. And once again, Rumford with a drive gives it to Solitsky, and he'll take the shot, and it's off the mark. Bouncing around, players battle for it. And Carbondale will have the possession.
A good hustle on Western Wayne's part. They just couldn't come up with the handle on the ball that time.
Yeah, Kobe Sauter went after the basketball, the 5'9 sophomore. Just couldn't hang on to it. And Pat Durkin will inbound along the baseline. Durkin looking, gets it into Rumford. And the Chargers now go to work offensively, leading 5-2. Loose ball, they kick it back outside. Rumford works it near side to Rumford, covered. Good defense by the Wildcats. They'll reset the offense. Durkin will bring it out near center court circle. And Rumford in the paint. Short jumper, got it. 7-2 Carbondale, and a timeout is called by the Wildcats with 2:57 to play in the first here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS, Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7.
So this is for the most part, a very young Western Wayne ball club, as Al Semenza is starting 2 sophomores, a freshman, and 2 seniors. And on a drive, Rumford gives it up. And Selitsky will survey the Wildcat defense. Bailey Rumford, left-hand dribble. Durkin says, come on out, take it. He'll switch.
They're in a 1-2-2 set. Carbondale's got to get in the gaps. They can't play.
Traveling violation on the Wildcats, and they turn it over. Well, folks, last year, Western Wayne was 3-20 overall, and this year, 4-3. Al Semenza trying to rebuild the program here at Western Wayne. They were winless in league play. And on the inbound, Western Wayne goes cross court, and Luke Pike will kick it back outside as the Wildcats trail 7-2. Facing some good defense by Carbondale. Now on the fast break, they go down to Mike Cesara for an easy layup, and Carbondale is out to a 9-2 lead. 1:48 to play, first quarter, with Glenn Muskowski, Nick Homick, and our producer Anthony Cook is with us for basketball tonight. Great to have you on board as the Wildcats will score.
That's a nice Frisbee. Of course, he's their leading scorer, so you got to keep an eye on him most of the evening.
Great shot by Dalton Frisbee, the 5'10 sophomore, averaging 14 a ball game. It's 9-4 as the Wildcats trail. Carbondale on the left wing with the basketball in some traffic, and Mustico will settle things down. Carbondale now going to work. Mike Cesara and company. And a bounce pass to Mustico. They kick it back outside. Mustico posting up, but some good defense by Luke Pike. Air ball put up on the right side. And a foul called. 59 seconds left, first quarter. Giovanni Mustico will take a trip to the free throw line. Personal foul is called on Luke Pike. That's his first, team's third. Mustico is a 40% free throw shooter.
Looks like Deary got a little wrist injury on that scuffle in there. I don't know whether it was on the shot or after he went for the rebound.
So Deary is on the bench, and James Henderson, 5'11 senior, checks in, averaging 4 points a ball game. And Mustica's free throw rolls off the arm.
When Henderson comes in, he gets this team going a little bit. He makes some great moves. He's quick.
And he misses the second free throw.
But he's got to learn to finish.
Scott Walk with the rebound, Glenn. He's having a good first quarter on the boards.
Yeah, he is.
Walk will give it up, and from the outside, Frisbee fires up a shot, no good. Kept alive by Kobe Salter. Salter will put on the brakes. Frisbee will work one-on-one against Cesara. Rovinski works it to Pike. Around the perimeter, trying to get the ball inside to Rovinski posting up.
There's a shooter.
And the outside shot is good by Dalton Frisbee. And it's 9-7 as the Wildcats trail with 20 seconds to play first quarter. Now Carbondale Area will work for one shot as the clock is down to 10 seconds. Posting up, Mustika had it knocked away, and there's a foul called on the Wildcats.
That's Pike's second.
8 seconds on the clock. Here's the call by the official, Al Semenza. Classic Al Semenza talking to the official.
There's not a foul that's called against his team that he hasn't have a comment.
Hey, you've got to fight for your team, Glenn. Mustika converts, averaging 9 points a ball game to give Carbondale a 10-7 advantage.
If that was a two-shot foul, that was a late whistle, I think, because that whistle wasn't blown until that ball was rebounded a second.
Mustika with the second shot misfires, and it's Scott Walk with the rebound. 5 seconds on the clock. Frisbee with 2. Frisbee will launch a long 3, air ball, and that will bring an end to the first quarter of play here at the Varden Garden with your score, Carbondale 10 and Western Wayne 7 on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
The Waymart Building Center carries quality materials for every job, including new home construction, remodeling, or that simple weekend project. The Waymart Building Center will supply everything to make your job easy, including plumbing and electrical supplies, hardware, tools, and paint. Remember, you don't have to drive far to find building or remodeling supplies. Stop by and see Chuck at your hometown building center, the Waymart Building Center. A trip to Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale means you get confidence and peace of mind knowing that your vehicle is repaired by qualified technicians. Jerry's offers brand name tires and wheel alignment, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website jerrystire@gmail.com. For dependable, efficient service, visit Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Welcome back to Western Wayne, where we are just getting the second quarter underway with the Carbondale Area Chargers leading 10-7 over the Western Wayne Wildcats. Scott Walk will inbound the basketball right in front of the scorer's table. Pass goes to Frisbee, and the Wildcats will work in their half-court set. Pike goes inside. Beautiful pass. Walk from the baseline. Got it. Wildcats trail by 1, 10-9.
All right, Carbondale's got to move the basketball. They got to get a guy in the high post, maybe the low post. Right now they have nobody inside. Now here comes Mustika.
Mustika triple team outside. That was a shot by Monarchik. He forced it. Mustika was triple teamed under the basket that time. Now the Western Wayne Wildcats with Frisbee dishing off. Walk with an open look, 2 in a row. And the Wildcats have taken a 1-point lead, 11-10. Now Carbondale Area with just about 1 minute gone by. Deary is on the bench with an injury. Mustika kicks it to the left side. Henderson on a drive in traffic, lost it. Sauter has it for the Wildcats. They're up by 1, 11-10. And Frisbee will work the ball across midcourt. Now Rovinski and Luke Pike, ball's tipped, incoming. Good catch by a fan.
Yeah, not bad.
Scott Walk having a chat with the official, a little laugh right there. And Walk will put the ball in play. Frisbee will take control, guarded by Selitsky. Good battle right there, Glenn. And off the fingertips of Rovinski, and that's a Wildcat turnover.
Yeah, that's just took his eye off the ball a little bit and just never really got his hands on it.
Great ball game thus far here at Western Wayne. Glad you could join us for all of the action here on Channel 7. Carbondale Area with good offensive movement. Mike Cesaro with a pull-up jumper and nails it off the left wing. And Carbondale takes a 1-point lead, 12-11.
That was better ball movement.
Now the Wildcats will go to work. And Pike, 6'3" senior. Frisbee, he's their guy. He's the guy who can score along with Scott Walk from that baseline. Frisbee looking to dish off. Walk, nice fake, and he got Mustika up in the air, and there's a foul. Good fake, and it results in a foul against Carbondale.
Yeah, he doesn't need to get up in the air out of control like that. He's big enough to just get his hand up.
First personal on Mustika, and the first team foul. Now the Wildcats. They go baseline, kick it back outside. Rovinski gives it up. And this is an outside jump shot that won't fall for Frisbee. Mustika collects the carom. Carbondale up by 1, 12-11, with 5.5 to play here in the first half. Selitsky to work the Charger offense. Floater to Mustika off his fingertips. Walk has it for the Wildcats.
Well, that's a tough pass to make because Pike is a little tougher inside.
Now the Western Wayne Wildcats with Sauter, and a timeout is called by Western Wayne. 5:11 to play first half. Carbondale up by 1 over the Wildcats, 12-11 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. They carry a full line of archery accessories, hunting and reloading supplies, live bait, and a variety of fishing tackle. The White's Crossing Sports Shop is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Call 282-4699 or log on to their website at whitescrossing.com. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
Welcome back to Western Wayne. With 5:11 to play here in the first half, Carbondale Area has a 1-point lead over the Western Wayne Wildcats. Andrew Benny, the assistant coach to Al Semenza, called a timeout to talk things over with his team. And Landon Gabriel with the Charger offense. And we're just about set for more action. Junior varsity contest, Glenn, was a close one with the Wildcats winning over Carbondale 36-32.
They came back in that fourth quarter and did a nice job and held on for the big win for them, I guess. You know, Steve, I'm looking at Carbondale, and they don't seem to be getting the move like I would like it to have. I would like to see maybe a high-low post and rotate out to the corner and send another guy through to the high post and get movement like that. Because it's tough to get the ball into Mustika.
Walk covered.
If he's going to be behind Pike.
Walk is covered on that left side, and now Frisbee will give it to Walk. He's left open and can't hit this shot, and ball is rebounded by Henderson. James Henderson is a 5'11 senior guard who averages 4 points a ball game. He's quick, but he lost the basketball, and Western Wayne comes up with it. Here's an opportunity for the Wildcats to take the lead as they trail 12-11. Thanks to Cindy Rizzi and Greg Butler, their co-athletic directors here at Western Wayne, for the great setup here at center court. Always feel very welcome when you come to Western Wayne, whether it's for football or basketball, and we thank the athletic staff here. Outside shot is off the mark by the Wildcats, and coming the other way, Selitsky. Henderson in the corner. Chargers looking for an open shot. Selitsky will dish it off. Cesara, short jumper. Got it. 14-11, Carbondale Area. Low scoring game thus far as we near the 3.5-minute mark remaining in the first half. Now Walk.
No, go out and play him. You got to go out and play him.
From the outside, that's an air ball for Frisbee. Wildcats were going for the save as it was going out of bounds, but
good hustle.
Salter could not come up with it. Carbondale will inbound the basketball. So right here, Glenn, Carbondale is up by 3 and a chance to increase their lead. It's been good defense by both teams thus far.
Step in the gap. They're stepping the gap. Zeri steps in the gap. Right there.
Oh, Zazera.
Oh, you got to look for that shot. Get the ball in the high post like that, you got to look for it.
Henderson drives the baseline, flips it to Durkin, misses. Mustika back up in there, put back, wouldn't fall. Walk comes out of the pack with it. Scott Walk having a pretty good first half under the boards for the Western Wayne Wildcats. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Mike Zazera collects the loose ball. On the break, they go to Selitsky for an easy layup. 16-11, Carbondale Area, your leader.
Carbondale just going to continue to play the good man-to-man and rebound well. But they got to get some more action on the offensive end.
Frisbee on the right wing will give it up. Luke Pike now will give it back to Frisbee. And as we near the 2-minute mark remaining, Western Wayne Wildcats get the play from Al Semenza. And his ball tipped. Almost no backcourt violation incoming. Thought Selitsky was coming into the broadcast table as Mustika lays it in with a right hand. And Carbondale is out to an 18-11 lead with 2 minutes left in the first half. We'll go to a break and return on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
There's some cool new stuff out there. Cars that drive themselves, phones that talk to us.
There's a cafe behind you.
And now TV everywhere. That's right, Lucky Adams Cable Service customer. Now you can watch channels from your TV package just about anywhere on just about any device. Catch your favorites in the waiting room, coffee shop, break room, the airport, wherever. TV everywhere. It's a cool extra service for no extra cost. Visit adamscable.com and sign up today.
The Waymart Deli is a proud supporter of the Western Wayne Wildcats. Go to their website at waymartdeli.com or call 488-5970 and place your order from the many taste-tempting selections on their menu, featuring delicious sandwiches, homemade soup, deli salads, and of course the famous Waymart Deli hot and cold subs. The Waymart Deli catering services are available for any special occasion. Good luck to the Western Wayne Wildcats and Happy New Year from Dennis and Colleen at the Waymart Deli.
Steve, we have to give Mike Zazera credit for that last basket. It was a nice pass. Going out of bounds by Bobby Selitsky hit Mike Zazera right on the run. And I'm looking over there, and I'm still seeing Evan Deary holding his wrist, so that's not looking good for Carbondale.
And for the Western Wayne Wildcats trailing 18-11. They work it out to Frisbee, wide open, and the southpaw misses. Walk goes after the loose ball. It goes out of bounds, and Carbondale will have the possession.
I'll tell you what, Frisbee's got a nice looking shot. He's got a nice release. He's got a nice backspin on it. It's not going all the time tonight, but he hits a couple nice ones so far.
And Carbondale Area with Mike Zazera running the offense. Beautiful pass to Durkin. And Mustika will give it up. Henderson in the corner. 1:20 to play in the first half. And they give it to Selitsky. He will try to force it to Mustika, intercepted. Frisbee will work it across midcourt for the Wildcats. 18-11, Carbondale Area with 1 minute left to play first half. Luke Pike throws it out to Frisbee, guarded by Selitsky. Back to Pike. Knocked away by Mustika. Great defense.
That was good defense. But if I was Giovanni Mustika, if Pike was outside, I wouldn't even go with him. I just kind of block up the middle because he doesn't even look to shoot out there. So just give some help inside. Right there. Exactly. Just drop back a little bit. Just drop back.
Western Wayne with Frisbee. Dalton Frisbee, the 5'10 sophomore, working against Selitsky, the 5'11 junior. Nice screen by Scott Walk. But they don't get anything out of it as Rovinsky will pull up with a 15-footer and scores. So the screen did pay dividends, Glenn.
Right, sure.
18-13. Well, that's basic basketball.
Yeah, it was a good move and a nice little running one-hander.
Final 20 seconds of the first quarter here at Western Wayne. 18-13, Carbondale, your leader. Selitsky will just hang on to the basketball. Now Mike Cesara with 8 seconds, listening to Landon Gabriel with the offensive instructions. Cesara looks to drive, pulls up with a short jumper at the buzzer, rims out, and that will end the first half here at the Varden Garden with your score. Carbondale Area 18 and Western Wayne 13. We will be right back with more Adams Cable High School basketball after this timeout.
Insurance is more than just a policy. It's knowing that you are properly covered to protect all the assets you have worked so hard to acquire over the years. For over 50 years, McGovern Insurance has fulfilled the needs and expectations of families and businesses in the greater Carbondale area. McGovern Insurance Agency specializes in auto, home, commercial, and life insurance. Call for a competitive quote and superior service at 282-1170. Your protection comes first at McGovern Insurance Agency, 26th Avenue, Carbondale. Tonkin Auto Supply, your Napa dealer in Carbondale, has been serving the area for over 36 years with the largest inventory of automotive replacement parts and accessories. Experience Napa know-how with knowledgeable customer service from Glenn Garth and the staff at Tonkin Auto Supply in Carbondale. Your Napa know-how folks.
Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how, Napa know-how.
A trip to Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale means you get confidence and peace of mind knowing that your vehicle is repaired by qualified technicians. Jerry's offers brand name tires and wheel alignment, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website jerrystire@gmail.com. For dependable, efficient service, visit Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale. The Waymart Building Center carries quality materials for every job, including new home construction, remodeling, or that simple weekend project. The Waymart Building Center will supply everything to make your job easy, including plumbing and electrical supplies, hardware, tools, and paint. Remember, you don't have to drive far to find building or remodeling supplies. Stop by and see Chuck at your hometown building center, the Waymart Building Center.
Enjoy the feel of deep, rich luxury. Get the drama of radiant color and experience the timeless beauty, comfort, and durability of carpeting from Tom's Floor Shop in Childs. Tom's Floor Shop offers a large selection of hardwood, laminate, vinyl, ceramic tile, and carpeting on display in their showroom. Rely on Tom's Floor Shop for expert installation. All roads lead to where great floors begin. At Tom's Floor Shop, Exit 6 off the Casey Highway in Childs.
When your car does this, call us first.
Every job is perfect or it doesn't leave the shop. That's the motto at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale. In an accident, remember, it is your car and your choice to choose your repair center. Call Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center in Carbondale, well known for integrity, safety, and craftsmanship. For more information concerning your rights and the 10 things you need to know before having your car repaired, go to their website, bestonsautobody.com. Good luck to all area teams from Tony, Mike, Jeff, and the staff at Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Gordon Avenue, Carbondale.
Now, more high school basketball courtside with Glenn and Steve here on Channel 7.
We're set for third quarter action here in Varden with Glenn Muskowski, Nick Homick, and producer Anthony Cook. Steve Young here. Glad you can join us for all of the action as Carbondale leads by 5, 18-13, and Andrew Menarchuk will inbound the basketball, and we are underway once again.
All right, we're going to come out with the same zone.
As Rumford will give it to Mustika up on the top of the circle. And Pat Durkin with an open look at the basket. Off the mark, ball's tipped around. Salter has the rebound for the Wildcats. And now for the Western Wayne Wildcats. Dalton Frisbee will work it on the right wing. Bounce passing inside to Ravinsky. His turnaround shot is good. Up and over Menarchuk, and it's 18-15 as the Wildcats trail.
That was too easy. But he has a nice little soft shot there, that little baby hook and running one-hander.
Now Carbondale Area with Monarchuk looking inside. The ball's tipped. Pat Durkin puts it up, won't fall. Rebound by Rovinski. Outlet pass will go to Frisbee. Dalton Frisbee looks to drive to the basket, dishes off, and that was a hot pass. And
yeah, that was too
Luke
hard
Pike could not hang on to it.
Too hard to handle.
Yeah, that was a song by the Black Crowes, I think. It's hard to handle.
Yeah.
Anthony Cook looks at me and he says,
I
have that in my music selection. 6:55 to play, third quarter, 18-15 Carbondale. Bailey Rumford and Mustika working around the perimeter. Here comes Scott Walk into the scorer's table. Ball's loose. Durkin picks it up. In transition, here's Rumford in the lane, loses it, and the Wildcats have it. Now they'll begin to slow things down. Glenn, next time we come here, I'm sitting on the opposite side of the table.
Yeah.
I think it's a little
safer. A lot
safer.
of action here.
Now, Dalton Frisbee one-on-one against Selitsky. Good screen on that play. Frisbee pulls up. It's off the iron, no good. Knocked away. Charger basketball. Very quiet crowd here tonight.
Yeah, it is. It's quiet, and it seems like nothing's happening in here, but
well, it's 18-15. It's a low-scoring game, so
this will get going before you know it.
Oh yeah. All you need are a couple of big baskets, and there's one right there by Bobby Selitsky to give Carbondale a 5-point advantage, 20-15. Traveling violation called on the Wildcats, and they turn it over. They had 7 turnovers in that first half. Carbondale had 6. Now the Chargers run their half-court set. Bailey Rumford from downtown. The shot rims out, it won't fall. Monarchuk has it go off his fingertips, and Salter collects the loose ball. Dalton Frisbee, the sophomore guard, will work it across the midcourt stripe for the Western Wayne Wildcats. Left-hand dribble, crossover, almost lost it. Good defense by Carbondale. And off the right side, they'll work it back out to Frisbee, who will reset it.
Just let him stay there.
Yeah.
There's the mismatch for Western Wayne.
Posting
Good
up,
job.
up with the shot.
Good
was
job.
Rovinski, knocked away.
Good help on Bailey Rumford that time from the weak side.
Al Semenza not happy with the call. Talking to the official. That's vintage Al Semenza, even though he is on crutches on the bench. And jump ball. Jump ball. We'll check the possession. Wildcats will keep it.
Well, Al's in mid-form right now. He took a few years off, but he's back. He's in mid-form.
Yeah, he's right back where he left off. As the Wildcats will put the ball in play, having some trouble. Now they find Salter on the right wing. Good movement by the Wildcat offense, and the shot is good by Rovinski. As you mentioned, Glenn, he has a good soft baseline shot.
You got to beat him to the spot. You can't let him get there.
3-point game as the Wildcats trail 20-17. Durkin pops it, got the roll.
He needs to get
That's
going
a kind
here.
rim. That reminded me of the old CYC rim in Carbondale. A little bit loose. You got that bounce, 23-17. Yep. I know in Scranton High School, Glenn, when they opened up the school, those rims were tight.
They were tough.
They did not give.
Our rims were tough, and we opened up our school back in the 70s. They were a little tough after a while, but
once they get broken in and you get that little bit of movement.
I'll tell you always like to play. You always like to play down at the old CYC in Scranton. Boy, they everything fell.
Well, you had good shooters. All you had to do was get it on the rim, right?
That's pretty much, yes.
Yeah. Scott Walk goes cross court. Pike on the wing, can't pull the trigger. And going to the basket, Western Wayne misses, and the ball goes into the hands of Rovinski, who was out of bounds under the hoop.
Yeah, you can't stay out there.
6-point ball game. Carbondale leading it as we near 4 minutes to play, third quarter. Thank you for joining us tonight for all of the action here on 7. Oh, there's a block by Rovinski. Great job. No call, no foul on the play.
No, good block.
Now the Wildcats will have to get it across midcourt. They do as Frisbee works one-on-one against Selitsky. Dishing off, Pike knocks down a baseline shot. 23-19. As Carbondale hangs on to the lead. Monarchuk with the basketball. As we have 3.5 left, third quarter. There's Monarchuk misfiring underneath the hoop. Ball's loose. Western Wayne comes up with it. Dalton Frisbee. Good ball handler. Goes off the right side. Rovinski drains a three.
Gotta get a timeout.
23-22. Carbondale clinging to the lead, and a timeout call by Landon Gabriel with 3:09 remaining here on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
What does it mean to be an expert? Does it mean getting the job done right? Or being able to pinpoint a problem and quickly find a solution? Whatever the meaning, the team in NJS are your experts in hydraulic and pneumatic components. So whether you need a custom hose built on the spot or a cylinder repaired from the ground up, the experts at NJS are there when you need them. And with the area's largest hose and fittings warehouse, NJS has thousands of the parts you need in stock and ready to go. NJS Route 6 Mayfield, online at njsco.com. NJS is proud to call this area home and proud to sponsor our area athletes on Adams Cable Channel 7. The Waymart Building Center carries quality materials for every job, including new home construction, remodeling, or that simple weekend project. The Waymart Building Center will supply everything to make your job easy, including plumbing and electrical supplies, hardware, tools, and paint. Remember, you don't have to drive far to find building or remodeling supplies. Stop by and see Chuck at your hometown building center, the Waymart Building Center.
Carbondale 9-5 here in this third quarter to trail 23-22. Loose ball, Western Wayne comes up with it. They're down by 1 with a chance to take the lead right here. Frisbee off a screen, wants to drive, gives it up in the corner. This will be Pike with the shot and nails a three. 25-23, the Wildcats. Now Bobby Selitsky will work the Carbondale offense. Zazera goes in the corner. Durkin back to Zazera. Ball's rejected inside. Looked like Rovinski got a piece of it. And Carbondale lost it. The Wildcats will have the basketball.
Steve, Carbondale is now getting out-hustled and getting out-muscled on the glass. And if they want to stay in this game, they better straighten that out in a hurry.
Well, folks, keep in mind that Evan Deary is still on the bench. Henderson is in there for Carbondale Area. 25-23, the Wildcats lose the ball. They turn it over. Al Semenza will call Kobe Salter over for a little bit of advice. Nearing the 2-minute mark remaining here in the third quarter. Wildcats and the Chargers, great basketball game as the Wildcats lead it 25-23. Durkin dishing off. Monarchuk, long three from the corner. Misfires out of bounds. Off the top of the backboard. Wildcat basketball. Now the Wildcats with Kobe Salter. Inbounding the ball, they'll face some pressure. Wildcats break the press. They get it down to Pike for an easy basket. Pinpoint passing results in a deuce, and it's 27-23, Western Wayne.
Carbondale's in that same funk they were in the first half of the Mid Valley game. They're just kind of standing around and just getting beat to every ball and not doing much.
Selitsky drives the baseline, goes up with a shot. It's an air ball, tipped back up, it won't fall. And Scott Walk has another rebound for Western Wayne. Frisbee dishes off. Ball was knocked away out of the hands of Rovinski. Touched last by a Charger in the corner. So with 1:12 remaining, it will be the Western Wayne Wildcats to inbound the basketball. And Frisbee will put the ball in play. Pass will go to Pike. Back to Frisbee, and they'll reset the offense. Up by 4, 27-23. Frisbee will go on that left side. They work it around. They get it to Pike. Pike, basket's good from in the lane, and the foul. Scott Pike suddenly red hot. He's emerging as a key factor here in this third quarter. Scott Pike, Luke Pike, I should say, is a 6'3" senior forward, averaging about 8 a ball game. And suddenly, they're getting him the ball, and he is scoring.
Well,
Durkin will check out of the lineup with his first, let's check this, personal foul is on Mike Zazera. Durkin comes out of the Charger lineup. Second personal foul on Zazera.
This is actually the first substitute for Western Wayne.
Danny Boots, 5'10" junior, will check into the lineup, wearing number 24. Luke Pike on the free throw line for the Western Wayne Wildcats. It's a three-point play. 6'3" senior gives Western Wayne a 7-point lead, 30-23. Under a minute remaining here in third quarter action at the Varden Garden. Henderson with the ball for the Chargers. Henderson off the drive, tries to muscle it up and draws the foul.
And that's not a very good shot. They're going away from the basket, going towards the corner of the gym and trying to go into the shot, into the player with his right hand leading. Not a good shot.
James Henderson, 38% free throw shooter, has this one rim out. Carbondale as a team at 51% this year. And with 40 seconds on the clock, Henderson will have another free throw toss on the way, and it's all net. 6-point game, 30-24. Now the Wildcats with Dalton Frisbee facing pressure. And this is a steal by Zazera right to the basket for an easy layup. And Carbondale now trails by 4, 30-26. The pressure paying dividends right now for the Chargers as the Wildcats are having some trouble breaking the press. Frisbee working one-on-one against Rumford. Frisbee dishes off to Pike in the corner. They'll bring it back out. Clock down to 10 seconds. Boots with the basketball. Boots will give it up to Frisbee. 5 on the clock. Frisbee looking to drive. He'll go with a runner. Misses. Ball's tipped back up underneath. It won't fall by Pike. And that will bring an end to the third quarter of play here at Western Wayne with the Wildcats leading the Chargers 30-26 on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
A trip to Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale means you get confidence and peace of mind knowing that your vehicle is repaired by qualified technicians. Jerry's offers brand name tires and wheel alignment, brake service, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and Pennsylvania safety inspection and emissions testing. Call 282-TIRE or visit their website jerrystire@gmail.com. For dependable, efficient service, visit Jerry's Tire and Auto Service in Carbondale.
Now back to more action with Glenn and Steve on Adams Cable High School Basketball.
Welcome back to Western Wayne, where we are ready to tip off the fourth quarter of play with Western Wayne leading Carbondale 30-26.
Well, again, as I said, Steve, Carbondale just got totally out-hustled in that every phase of the game that quarter. They were outscored 17-8. They got killed on the boards, and they got out-hustled up and down the floor. So they got to straighten this thing out and get back in this game. They get the ball back here again. They just don't seem. There's no flow to their offense.
Well, Glenn, Evan Deary will not see any more action from what I could see. Eric Larson is attending to him right now. Looks like an elbow injury,
maybe.
Possibly. And going up with the shot was Rumford losing the ball.
There's another.
And Pike keeps it alive for Western Wayne.
Out-hustled right there again.
Yeah, Luke Pike had a great third quarter for the Western Wayne Wildcats. Now, outside jump shot is good by Dalton Frisbee. He was left open on the wing, and the Wildcats have a 32-26 advantage. Now the Chargers will go to work. Henderson wants to drive, and we have a foul before the shot. Pushing foul. check the violation for you.
Foul on Wildcat number 33, Zach Rovinsky.
Well, as you could hear the PA announcer, Rovinsky with the personal foul, his second and the team's second. Now Henderson is down. So he's going to the bench, limping. So two Carbondale area Chargers on the bench,
Yeah, and they
side
can't-
by side, Deary and Henderson.
No, they can't afford to have injuries.
So
like
Menarchuk is in the ball game for Carbondale. Zazera's in. Pass was intended for Mustika, knocked away. Let's check the possession. Carbondale keeps it.
Another sloppy, weak pass. And Western Wayne's out hustling Carbondale to the ball.
Rumford will give it to Zazera. Now Menarchuk will bounce pass near side.
You got to get an inside presence here.
Mustika, well, they get it to Rumford, and he goes up with the shot and draws the foul.
They are not finishing on the inside. That must be about the fifth or the sixth shot that they did not finish when they got bumped.
Yeah, they
got to make those.
This will place Bobby Selitsky on the stripe. He had 7 first-half points. A 67% free throw shooter on the line for Carbondale, trailing 32-26. Right-hand flip, perfect. 32-27. Just about 1 minute gone by here in the fourth. And Selitsky. Second shot off the back iron, no good. Sauter will give it up to Frisbee. Dalton Frisbee will set up the play for the Western Wayne Wildcats, who lead by 5. And we have a turnover.
Yeah, well, a 5-second call.
Andrew Menarchuk, 5'11" junior guard, will inbound right in front of the scorer's table.
Now, Carbondale's got to take advantage of these miscues by Western Wayne. They got to get something here positive.
And break out of that slump that they're in as Menarchuk will give it up. Zazera and company on the left side. Zazera looking to get that ball into Mustika, but Luke Pike is doing a good job inside. Zazera went to the basket. Ball's off the mark. Zazera hit the deck, no foul called. 32-27, the Wildcats lead it. Nearing 6 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Luke Pike with the basketball, dishes off. They'll bring it back outside. Good ball game here at the Varden Garden on this Friday night. And this will be Frisbee looking to dish off, and there's a whistle
he got
under
bodied.
the basket.
He got kind of bodied down by Rumford.
Bailey Rumford called for his second personal foul, third team foul. And the inbound pass will go to Scott Walk. Walk will give it up. Boy, Rovinsky almost lost it. And Rovinsky draws the foul. Tell you, the Wildcats have done a good job neutralizing Giovanni Mustika.
Yeah, Pike is actually bodying him all over the place out there, and in a legal, good defensive way.
Now the Wildcats get the ball into Rovinsky, turnaround, air ball.
See,
good job by the Chargers to box out and keep the Wildcats away from the pass.
But see, that time when he turned, he was a lot farther away from the basket, and he fell backwards with that shot. That's why he came up short.
32-27, Western Wayne with 5:42 to play here in the fourth quarter. Mike Zazera, sophomore guard, dishing off on a drive, gives it to Menarchuk from downtown, off the mark. Scott Walk having a great night rebounding for Western Wayne, comes up with another one. Now the Wildcats with Dalton Frisbee dishing off. This will be Pike from downtown, got it! That ball was in the cylinder, back out and dropped in, and it's 35-27 the Cats. Zazera on a drive, scoop shot, no, but the foul.
Believe it or not, Steve, Giovanni Mustica has not had a field goal in this game. He has 1 point at this point.
Now that's a credit to the Wildcat defense. Mike Cesaro on the stripe. And he's struggling this year from there. Cesaro, 5'10 sophomore. Durkin checks back in. Menarchuk goes to the Charger bench. 35-27. Western Wayne, Cesaro with the second free throw attempt. Too short. And the Wildcats box out. And they will have the basketball with just about 5 minutes left in the fourth. Now Western Wayne will work it back outside. This is Rovinski, guarded by Durkin. Pike wants to drive the baseline, stepped out of bounds. And the Wildcats turn it over.
But I'll tell you what, he had a good move and he was there. If he doesn't step out of bounds, he's got an easy layup. Maybe that's why he was open.
That's a good point. Bailey Rumford on a drive, and a lot of traffic, and a blocking foul will be called. Looks like it might be on Scott Walk. We will wait for the official word. That is his second personal foul, 15th foul. Rumford on the stripe, a 42% free throw shooter. It rims out. Well, there's sometimes, Glenn, you just can't buy a basket.
That's 3 for 10 they are.
From the line?
That's
wow.
Unofficial, of course.
Bailey Rumford with the second free throw attempt. This one's all net. 35-28 as they break a scoring drought. Just about four and a half minutes to play. Fourth quarter. Now Frisbee double team. They have to break the press. They do. They get it to Walk. Pike thought about pulling up for three. They'll work it back outside. Frisbee will go to the near side with Rovinski. Shot rims out. Battle for the ball. And Carbondale will have it. But I'm going to tell you one thing.
He's working.
Luke Pike and Scott Walk under the boards tonight are causing chaos for Carbondale. 35-28, the Wildcats. Carbondale with an opportunity right here as we near 4 to play. And this will be Cesaro from downtown, misfiring, and Frisbee wants to run on the fast break. He'll pull it back and slow things down. Frisbee drives, pulls up with a short jumper, fires up the shot, and draws the foul.
Steve, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, falling for Carbondale from the three-point area, from the two-point area, and underneath the basket.
Just not happening.
And from the foul line.
Dalton Frisbee on the free throw line misses. 5'10 sophomore guard and is a 67% free throw shooter. The next 4 minutes, Glenn will start to run down the free throw shooting for Western Wayne, and the high score as Mustica collects a board for the Chargers. Pat Durkin to Bailey Rumford. Carbondale trailing 35-28. They're down by 7. They need points. Mustica didn't get the roll. Put back short into the hands of Rovinski. Now with Western Wayne leading by 7, Glenn Windy become more deliberate as Frisbee will dish it off. Pike is wide open for 3, and it's an air ball. That was a big opportunity. Jump ball. Wildcats will keep the possession.
Well, again, there it is. Mustica 3 feet from the basket. Can't make it. And he gets his own rebound, and he can't make a layup. Just tough night for him.
Yeah, sometimes you have those nights where nothing is falling, and we've seen it over the years. Wildcats inbound the basketball. Sauter hacked. Let's wait for the personal foul is on Cesaro, his second, and the team's 6th. Scott Walk to inbound the basketball. Cesaro has to lace up the sneaker. There he goes.
Carbondale has scored 10 points so far this half.
Walk on the inbound. Gets it into Sauter. And as we near 3 minutes to play, Sauter will bounce pass it to Pike. He'll go baseline looking for Rovinski. Rovinski with a nice move. The turnaround, got it.
There it is.
Boy, when he gets on that block, Glenn, and he gets comfortable, he could be dangerous, and it's 37-28 the Cats. Drive to the basket.
Carbondale's not doing anything out there. They're just dribbling the basketball and just driving to the basket out of control.
Bailey Rumford on a drive to the basket. Third personal foul on Dalton Frisbee of Western Wayne. And the sixth team foul. Both teams have 6 fouls as Rumford is on the stripe and misses the free throw. They are ice cold from the floor here tonight. It's hard to believe Carbondale put up that many points against Mid-Valley. 52 points against Mid-Valley, and here they're struggling to break 30. 37-29, and good job by Selitsky to come up with a steal as he took it away from Rovinski.
They got to get some shots up here.
From the corner, Zazzaro with an open look, drains a 3. There's a timeout on the court with 2:43 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of time. They just got to get going. I mean, they're so flat. This is something that I'm sure Coach Gabriel was concerned about, coming out here and playing a game real flat, and they're really flat, totally flat in the second half.
We will go to a quick break as Western Wayne leads Carbondale 37-32 on Adams Cable High School basketball.
The White's Crossing Sports Shop, Canaan Street in Carbondale, is the leading authority for the outdoors in northeastern Pennsylvania. They carry a full line of archery accessories, hunting and reloading supplies, live bait, and a variety of fishing tackle. The White's Crossing Sports Shop is open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until 1 p.m. Call 282-4699 or log on to their website at whitescrossing.com. Finding that unique seasonal outdoor item has never been easier with help from Tom and the staff at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
Inbound pass goes to Dalton Frisbee with 2:40 on the clock. They go right down to Grovinski for an easy bucket. 39-32
You can't let the guy get away
Wildcats.
from the double team.
Keep in mind, folks, at the White's Crossing Sports Shop, they have 2017 fishing licenses available, and they do repair fishing rods and reels, bows, arrows, you name it, they've got it. Stop by and see Tom Prodzik for everything you need if you're the outdoorsman at the White's Crossing Sports Shop.
I just can't imagine the shooting percentage Carbondale has today. But you know, this last quarter they're driving to the basket, but they're not taking good shots. They're just throwing the ball up there.
Dalton Frisbee, the southpaw, on the stripe for the Western Wayne Wildcats, misses. Mustika with the board. 39-32. Western Wayne leading Carbondale. Zazzara dishing off. Near side, Henderson with an open look. Misfires, ball is loose. Zazzara comes out of the pack with it. Selitsky goes on the right side. Under 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Selitsky on a drive, fires up the shot and scores from in the lane. 39-34 as Carbondale answers, and it could be a big three-point play. And Selitsky will go to the charity stripe. Personal foul is called on Zach Rovinski. That's his third and the 17th foul. Bobby Selitsky on the stripe. Free throw, got it. Got the roll. 39-35.
Okay, a steal here, and you're right there, right where you want to be.
Now, the Wildcats having some trouble getting the ball in play. And I believe we have a timeout called by Old Forge, Western Wayne, with 1:54 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know what this referee did, but he didn't make any attempt to stop this game with a timeout here. You know, he's got a 5-second count there. He doesn't even blow the whistle. So I don't know what he's got.
Well, thanks to all of the great sponsors for making Adams Cable High School basketball possible. Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center, Tom's Floor Shop and Childs, the Waymart Deli. by your local Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply, McGovern Insurance Agency, NJS Systems and Controls of Mayfield, Waymart Building Center, Jerry's Tire and Auto Service, the White's Crossing Sports Shop, and of course the Roselle Department Store with your starting lineups.
Watch somebody going long.
39-35, the Wildcats looking to get the ball in play, having trouble. They get the ball into Scott Walk, and they'll work it back to Sauter. Now, Frisbee will work it across midcourt. Western Wayne, we'll see what the strategy will be here by head coach Al Semenza.
They're going to hold it.
39-35, they get the ball to Rovinsky. Rovinsky open underneath and scores as Mustika hit the deck, and the Wildcats have a 41-35 lead. Al Semenza rubbing his forehead. How many times has he been in this situation as Henderson drives, scoop shot, didn't get it to fall.
Under out of control. See, out of control.
Henderson called for an offensive foul. And now with Western Wayne leading 41-35, Scott Walk will trigger the ball in play for the Western Wayne Wildcats. And Walk will look to inbound the basketball. Walk firing it in, they get it in. And the pass goes to Sauter. He'll bring it back out, double teamed, and there's a steal by Zazera. And a reach-in foul, I believe, called on Western Wayne.
If he makes two here, you look for a steal because they're having a difficult time getting the ball inbounds. Carbondale's playing hard now on the inbound pass. What there?
And right now, Mike Zazera on the charity stripe for Carbondale with 1:14 remaining. And the Chargers trailing 41-35. And Zazera converts. It's a 5-point game, 41-36. Coming right down to the wire here in Varden. And Zazera hits two.
8 for 8, 19 they are.
41-37. And now the Western Wayne Wildcats will face pressure by Carbondale.
You can't do that.
They get the ball down easy.
They're chasing the ball.
For Rovinsky.
You can't have two guys running after the ball.
Pinpoint passing by
should
the
be down
Wildcats.
here protecting the basket.
Give them a 43-37 advantage. Now it is Rumford dishing off. Mustika with a basket off the glass.
And that's his first field goal tonight.
43-39. 48 seconds left. We'll keep it right here, Glenn.
Well, you cannot. You got to be under control, even though you're pressing, chasing the basketball. The big guy's got to stay there to protect the ball, to protect the deep court. That's two in the last minute that they got uncontested. And if they don't get those, this is what? The game is tied.
Well, there you go.
Right?
So Landon Gabriel is with Carbondale talking over the strategy with 48.4 seconds remaining. And, of course, for the Western Wayne Wildcats, Andrew Benny has the Wildcats in the huddle as Al Semenza's on the crutches. So Andrew Benny is...
he wants to kneel down in front of that group.
He wants to be in there with right there.
He does.
And
but
he just can't do it.
He looks, he's like he's in pain.
Yeah. A little quick math here, Glenn, as Western Wayne has outscored Carbondale here in the fourth, 15-13. And the Western Wayne Wildcats will inbound the basketball. Scott Walk along the baseline as the official will give him the ball, and Western Wayne is going to face some very heavy pressure by Carbondale. Now Sauter with the basketball and a whistle. As both teams will walk the length of the court. Selitsky called for, let's check this, Bobby Selitsky called for his third personal foul, 9th team foul. Kobe Sauter is a 50% free throw shooter on the stripe for the Wildcats. Gives the basketball a spin, puts it up, and it's bouncing around, no good. Carbondale has it as Menarchuk with a big rebound for the Chargers. Selitsky wants to go right to the basket, and a blocking foul is called on the Wildcats. With 40 seconds left. Kobe Sauter called for the blocking foul, and that will place Bobby Selitsky back on the free throw line for Carbondale. Got it. That's a kind rim.
Yep, it is.
3-point ball game, 43-40. Second free throw attempt by Selitsky. Got it. 40 seconds left. 43-41. Western Wayne clinging to the lead. Reach in committed by Bailey Rumford. You take a look at Dalton Frisbee.
Bonus.
Dalton Frisbee walking a little bit gingerly right there, Glenn. And he will be on the free throw line with 36 seconds.
Make or miss, they got to get it in and get it down and go right to the basket with it.
And the southpaw 5'10" sophomore Dalton Frisbee converts. 44-41, timeout on the court. We'll keep it here. And remind you, we have some great basketball coming up here on Channel 7. We'll be off for a little bit, and then we will be back in action on January 16th when the Lakeland Lady Chiefs will take on the Carbondale Area Chargerettes at the Pete Turonis Gym. On Thursday, January 26th, Susquehanna at Forest City Boys. Then on Friday, February 3rd, Mountain View and the Forest City Lady Foresters. Tuesday, February 7th, Lakeland and Carbondale Area Boys. And then on Thursday, February 16th, the Holy Cross Crusaders in town to take on the Carbondale Area Chargers.
Holy Cross seems like they're struggling a little bit early in the season, but somehow Al Calais gets them ready for the playoffs.
He always finds a way to right the ship.
And I don't know if that's the last game of the season or on the schedule, but it's very close, I'm sure.
I believe it is.
So I think they'll be ready to go by then.
44-41 your score. Western Wayne leading Carbondale with 36.1 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Western Wayne Wildcats talking it over with assistant coach Andrew Benny and Al Semenza. Landon Gabriel has the strategy set for the Chargers, as Dalton Frisbee will have another free throw toss on the way.
If I'm Old Forge, I try to slow the inbound pass here and make the guy turn a little bit. Every second off.
A rebound, wow. A big rebound.
He's out of bounds
by Scott Walk.
He stepped out of bounds.
But
he hustled. They got out hustled again.
Now, I think Andrew Benny wants everybody to come up and put some pressure on the ball handler. Bailey Rumford with 30 seconds left. Setting it up for the Chargers. Henderson has it. He'll work it on the left side. Menarchuk gives it up. Drive along the baseline, and a beautiful layup by Mike Cesaro with 18.5 seconds left and a timeout called as the Chargers trail 44-43.
I think they were looking for a three and took a lot of time off the clock there, but at least they came up with a basket. Now a steal here, and we shall see. But you cannot get beat long here now. You cannot get beat long, so somebody has to be back.
18.5 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. It's coming right down to the wire as Western Wayne holds a 1-point lead over Carbondale, 43-44. Yeah, great basketball game, Glenn. It was low scoring, but it was a good game thus far, and it's not over yet.
Yeah, Carbondale really put themselves in a hole. They got, as I said, Western Wayne put it to them in the second half.
Scott Walk will inbound the basketball for the Western Wayne Wildcats. And Carbondale has the defense set. They're going to put the pressure, heavy pressure on Western Wayne. Now, Andrew Benny shouting to the official. And Scott Walk looking to put the ball in play. Having some trouble to get it in, and there's a foul on the play. Quick reach in. Took a couple of seconds off the clock. As both teams will come the other way. And Zach Rovinski, 6'2" freshman, is on the stripe.
That was good defense by Carbondale. They got the ball inside. A reach, maybe grabbed on the arm or something. You have to go for it.
Well, this is a pressure situation for a 6'2" freshman. Zach Rovinski, the shot rattles out. Western Wayne clings to a 1-point lead, 44-43.
You got to put somebody in there, though. You need to get it. You could go for a rebound, but don't go over anybody's back. You're just giving him the ball.
Rovinski with the second shot rattles it in, 45-43. Now, Selitsky looking to get the ball in play, and a timeout is called. Nobody came down for the basketball on the inbound.
Unbelievable.
16.6 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. 45-43, the Wildcats. And I believe that timeout was called by Landon Gabriel because nobody was there to take the inbound pass.
Got to keep your head in the game. Have to know the situation all the time.
Boy, a lot of strategy going on right now, Glenn. Landon Gabriel has the Chargers in front of the bench. Al Semenza, Andrew Benny, Larry Gabriel Jr., or Larry Gabriel, I should say, the third right there with the squad. As
again, you have to play good defense, and if they do get it in, you got to foul immediately. Again, don't get beat long.
So this game coming right down to the wire. It's been an exciting one. This is kind of what we expected here.
We did.
We kind of knew this was going to be that type of ball game.
But it's a shame that it looks like Evan Deary's elbow is wrapped, so it's obviously an elbow injury. And an elbow injury, I'll bet you that forearm is numb. He just can't do anything with that.
Let's hope that he's going to be okay. Menarchuk will inbound the basketball to Mike Cesara.
Get going.
Final 15 seconds. They've got to get the ball across court quickly. They do. And this is Selitsky. And Selitsky goes up with the shot. It's off balance. Good with 6 seconds left. 4 seconds on the clock. They get the ball down to Rovin. Oh, it's tipped by Selitsky with 1 second left. It goes out of bounds. Great. What are the chances? I was just going to say, what are the chances we go to overtime 3 times in a week?
Nope.
Rovinski will put the ball in play for the Western Wayne Wildcats.
Don't let the guy go to the basket.
1 second on the clock. Zach Rovinski will put the ball in play, guarded by Mustika. And pass will go to Frisbee, and the shot is off the mark at the buzzer.
Again.
Here we go.
The cardiac Chargers.
A 4-minute overtime period. Can you believe it?
Well, Steve, 2 games in a row where they looked like they were totally just nothing happening for them, and they find a way to come back in the last 2 minutes.
Well, all they have to do is don't play on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because that's when they have the overtime games. 45-45, the Wildcats and the Chargers going to a 4-minute overtime period. So here we go with more high school basketball on Adams Cable. Great to have you on board tonight. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. It's been a dandy. There's no doubt about it.
Let's look at the foul situation. Again, unofficial. Selitsky has 3 for Carbondale, but 2 players have 3 for Western Wayne. Luke Pike has 3. Rovinski has 3, but Sauter has 4. And nobody really in trouble other than Selitsky with 3 for Carbondale.
Well, here we go. Brand new ball game. Tied at 45. Carbondale and Western Wayne. I look up at Nick Homick. Nick, I think we had a good schedule thus far. As Mustika and Rovinski will jump center, and ball is taken by Henderson. Here come the Chargers to set it up. And Henderson on a drive. Looks to give it up. And a baseline shot is off the mark by Menarchuk. And Luke Pike battling for the ball. Western Wayne has it. And here comes Dalton Frisbee to run the Wildcat offense. And Frisbee with the left hand. Frisbee looks, top of the circle. Walk will come near side to Sauter. And Rovinski with the turnaround shot, misfires into the hands of Menarchuk. Some good defense that time by Carbondale. Now Selitsky will run the Charger offense, pulls up with a long three, it rattles in and out, it won't fall. Rebounded by Luke Pike of Western Wayne. And the Wildcats, in a 45-45 deadlock with the Chargers, will run the offense, and there's a reach-in. Committed by Carbondale.
There was a man wide open. I believe it was Sauter, wide open underneath the basket. So that was some kind of defensive mistake there by Carbondale.
Scott Walk, a 63% free throw shooter, is on the line for the Western Wayne Wildcats. And he is a 6-foot senior. Good athlete overall. Quarterback on the football team, and he knocks down a free throw to give the Wildcats a 1-point advantage. 46-45. And Scott Walk will have another free throw toss on the way. Two in a row. 47-45. Two big free throws for the Western Wayne Wildcats as they lead 47-45. Now Mike Zazera on that left side gets it into Mustika Giovanni, and the ball's tipped, and the Wildcats come up with it. Dalton Frisbee now with the basketball, guarded by Menarchuk. Good battle right there between those two near center court. The Western Wayne Wildcats with Dalton Frisbee.
Oh, wide open underneath.
They go on, they're looking for Rovinski.
Nice.
Pass intercepted by Selitsky. Selitsky wants to go coast to coast. Selitsky turnaround shot, forced it, no good. Walk clears the boards for the Wildcats.
They really haven't taken a good shot any time down the court this half.
Now for the Western Wayne Wildcats, Frisbee will give it up. Frisbee guarded by Menarchuk, who's done a good job, and Frisbee will go to the basket and scores! He got the roll. 49-45. Western Wayne with 1:49 remaining in overtime. Now Zazera will take control for the Chargers, trailing in this contest in overtime. Henderson on a drive to the basket, fires it up, no good. Pike going up for the rebound, had it knocked off his fingertips.
You notice Henderson goes straight to the corner of the bank board and throws the ball off the glass, trying to get an angle, and you can't get an angle from there.
Carbondale will have the possession, trailing 49-45 with 1:34 to play here in overtime. Selitsky gets the ball into Giovanni Mustika, and Henderson will look to get it back to him. Loose ball, and I believe we have a traveling violation called on Western Wayne. Carbondale will keep it. Now checking into the Carbondale lineup is Bailey Rumford and Durkin. Pat Durkin back in. Henderson checks out along with Menarchuk, they did a good job in a reserve role, giving the starters a break. And on a drive to the basket, Rumford scores with a scoop shot. It's 49-47, a 2-point game as we near 1 minute remaining here in overtime. Western Wayne Wildcats trying to handle the pressure of Carbondale. And we have a timeout called with 1 minute, 10 seconds to play in overtime. with Western Wayne leading 49-47. Well, right here, Glenn, if you're Western Wayne, what do you do? You're up by 2 with 1:10. Do you start to kill clock?
Well,
when do you start?
I do. I kill it now. But
if you get the opportunity to score, you're going to take it.
Oh, absolutely. But you have to protect the basketball. The most important thing is to protect the basketball. And they're going to come after you a double team. And look underneath, because they're coming from underneath the double team out here. There is somebody
if you've got a double
opposite
team,
the ball.
You've got a double team out past the perimeter. You've got someone open somewhere.
Yeah, that's going to happen. But they'll try, even if you continue to hold the ball, they're going to have to foul you, right? They're pretty good foul shooters. And you're taking time off the clock. So you got to try to take time off the clock as you go also. So you got to use your head. Common sense is, protect the basketball, look inside, and the clock is in your favor. But when you're ahead in these games, the clock seems like it never runs.
Right. When you're on defense, it seems like it's moving quick.
Yeah.
49-47, the Wildcats lead with 1:10 remaining in overtime. Scott Walk will look to put the ball in play. They do. They get it to Dalton Frisbee. And Frisbee will work one-on-one against Bobby Selitsky. Frisbee off a screen, wants to go to the basket, dishes off, and they throw it away. They turn it over.
Where's he going? See, that's exactly. If you don't have nothing, you bring it back out.
58.7 seconds left.
And that's the pressure by Carbondale.
It's Bailey Rumford to work the Carbondale offense. Pat Durkin. They get it to Mustika. Back out they go. 47 seconds on the clock. Cesara giving it to Mustika. Missed it. The ball goes out of bounds. Carbondale possession with 40.6 seconds left.
Wow, you got to make those. Have to make those. He's a foot from the basket.
Selitsky to put the ball in play. Selitsky looking to get it to Mustika. He misses. Ball's tipped, and Western Wayne has it with 36 seconds left, leading by 2, 49-47. Frisbee will fire it to Sauter. And there's a reach-in committed by Bailey Rumford at center court to stop the clock with 27 seconds left.
Wow.
Coming right down to the wire.
Too many easy shots missed.
As Kobe Sauter, the 5'9 sophomore, will be on the stripe for the Western Wayne Wildcats, leading by 2, 49-47 with 27.2 seconds to play. Free throw is all net. 50-47. Western Wayne. Sauter with one more free throw toss to come. This one rattles out. Mustika has the rebound for Carbondale. 23 seconds on the clock. Bobby Selitsky at the center court circle. Selitsky gives it to Rumford. Rumford on a drive, goes up with a shot, misses, and Western Wayne has the basketball with 10 seconds left. Down they go to Pike. Pike lays it up and scores with 5 seconds left, and that will seal the win for the Western Wayne Wildcats with 3.3 seconds remaining and a timeout called. 52-47, the Cats lead it.
Well, inability to make layups, 2-foot shots, absolutely killed Carbondale in this overtime.
What a game. Now with 3.3 seconds left, there's a timeout. Landon Gabriel will talk to his ball club, as will Al Semenza and Andrew Benny. Glenn doing some stat work. Glenn, what do you have there?
Well, inside game for Carbondale was non-existent. Non-existent.
I do have to say, for Western Wayne, Scott Walk and Luke Pike inside did some damage.
Yeah.
They collected. They had a good night on the boards.
I'll tell you what. In the second half, Western Wayne came out like gangbusters. Just out hustled Carbondale. Carbondale had so many easy attempts tie the score and take the lead.
Cesare inbounds the ball to Durkin. He fires up the shot, misses, and that will do it. As the Western Wayne Wildcats are victorious over Carbondale Area by the score of 52-47 in overtime. What a ball game. What a performance here tonight by Western Wayne against Carbondale, as they improve their overall mark to 5 wins and 3 losses, and the Carbondale Area Chargers fall to 3 wins and 5 losses. Well, this was a low-scoring game in the beginning, Glenn. 10-7 at the end of one, 18-13 at halftime. Western Wayne held a 30-26 lead over Carbondale at the end of 3. We were deadlocked at 45 at the end of regulation, and then the Wildcats hung on for the 52-47 victory.
Well, again, no inside presence for Carbondale at all today on the offense. Out hustled in the second half. Came back and did a great job in the last 2 minutes of the game with a lot of pressure defense and then going to the basket. But you just have to make those.
Well, for the Western Wayne Wildcats, they will open up their regular season now on a winning note, as they will start regular season play January 4th on the road at West Scranton, while the Carbondale Area Chargers will be coming off of this heartbreaking loss to the Wildcats, and they will go on the road Friday, January 6th, and play at Mid-Valley.
Again, that's no bargain either. You're going right back to Mid-Valley. You're going right back into the Lions' den. Steve, quite a kindly Western Wayne in that second half really did a great job of crashing the boards, going strong to the basket, and Carbondale just couldn't buy. They couldn't buy a basket from the inside, from the outside, and from the foul line. They couldn't. They were just a terrible foul shooting team tonight. Down the end, when they needed it in the last 2 minutes, they hustled, they got the ball, they made some key steals, some key baskets to put this thing in overtime. They had at least 6 or 7 easy 3-footers in overtime. None of them went. It's just one of those games. I don't know what else you can say.
And that is going to wrap it up here at the Varden Garden, as the Western Wayne Wildcats emerge victorious with an overtime win over Carbondale by the score of 52-47. And today's game has been brought to you by Adams Cable Service, Lawrence A. Gabriel Funeral Home and Cremation Services Incorporated, with locations at 74 North Main Street and 2 Hospital Street. Beston's Auto Body and Collision Center. Tom's Floor Shop, your first step to a beautiful home, Main Street, Childs. By the Waymart Deli. By your local Napa Auto Parts store, Tonkin Auto Supply. Also brought to you today by McGovern Insurance Agency. NJS, Systems and Controls, Route 6 Mayfield. By the Waymart Building Center. Jerry's Tire and Auto Service. White's Crossing Sports Shop. And your starting lineups presented today by the Roselle Department Store. Your final score once again here tonight, Carbondale Area falling to Western Wayne 52-47 in overtime. For Glenn Muskowski, Nick Homick, and producer Anthony Cook, I'm Steve Young. Have a happy new year, everyone. Till next time, so long from Varden.